Terry, from your experience, though.
Hey, welcome to the channel. Please pardon the mess, but this is a pretty serious situation going on. I will give a few seconds for some people to get in here, maybe.
Well, once you secure the Capitol building and then move down into the two connecting tunnels, that would be you'd be going a long way to have secured the Capitol itself. Clearing the office buildings, which have a lot of accesses especially from the parking lots on the house side, that's a lot more territory, Andrea. That would take a lot of.
I'll give it another.
That would take a lot of office.
Few seconds anyway.
To feel that you've re-secured the building and you put canines in there to look for any incendiary or explosive devices. So that's the ancillary things everybody's concerned about. So I would guess that there's some simultaneous things going on, both in the.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. It appears there's one person watching at the moment. Maybe it'll increase as we sit here for a few. But apparently, Donald Trump and his coup attempt are being seen in action. I'm sitting here watching via MSNBC and a few others about a massive group of thousands of protesters, it appears, attacking the U.S. Capitol building. Apparently, somebody has actually breached the walls, or not the walls, but the doors, and have made it all the way to the onto one of the floors of one of the chambers. Now, if you think this is normal, you've got a problem. This isn't how we do things in America. But apparently that's what we do now. People were sitting there trying to convince me that what Democrats did was the same thing the Republicans are doing now, but it's not. Yes, there were protests after Donald Trump took office. There were protests after he won the election. You did not see liberals and Hillary Clinton supporters try to storm the Capitol building during the Electoral College, vote. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. Yes, there were people that said he wasn't legit. There were people that did investigations, and investigations are something that happen. Like if Republicans want to investigate this crap after he's taken office, then fine. That's politics.
That wouldn't matter. You're probably right there, Katie.
But what's happening now, what you are seeing now, is not normal. These are people literally trying to overturn the votes of the people. These are people trying to commit a coup against our government. You can call it whatever you want. You can say it's all the same as what the liberals did in 2016, but it's not. I am 41 years old, and I have never in my life seen this happen in an election. I've been following politics since I was 12, 13 years old. And I have never in my life seen such a pathetic attempt and a bunch of sore losers in my entire life. Yes, back in 2000, Al Gore challenged the count in Florida. Why? Because there were hanging chads and people couldn't tell what they were counting. At the end of the day, I think the right person ended up winning that election. Do I like it? Did I like who won? No, but the Supreme Court ruled. In this situation, the Supreme Court, once again, refused, they basically said that there was no proof of widespread voter fraud in this election. Donald Trump's former Attorney General, Bill Barr, what did he do? He said that it was absolutely no voter fraud. Mike Pence has said there was no voter fraud. Chris Christie, one of his closest allies for Donald Trump, has said there was no voter fraud. It's absolutely insane. And you can say I'm full of shit if you want. That's fine. It's America. But what do you find to be full of shit? Because as of right now, there are people storming our U.S. Capitol building. What's the shit?
down the road.
I feel like we.
I mean, you had the balls to type it, so come on, follow up. I'm tired of this shit.
Somebody will get hurt.
There is nothing normal.
Goes too far. What is the president urging? People have been getting death threats.
There's nothing on tape. You have nothing on tape. You have a few little people that looked angry when they were counting votes. But it had nothing to do with the election. All that stuff has been looked into by Republicans. For example, Arizona, a Republican state overall. The one that they challenged just a little bit ago. Guess what? No voter fraud. Even the state Secretary of State in that state said there was no voter fraud. The governor and the Secretary of State of Georgia have said there was nothing. So there's nothing on tape that you have to prove that anything happened to the election. If there was proof, do you think William Barr would have lost his job by going up against the president? The man that gave him the job, that handpicked him for the job? Do you think that the Supreme Court would have voted against Donald Trump in his claims if it existed? All these people, every single one of them that control the Supreme Court right now are Republicans. You have 3 liberals on that court. 3. Donald Trump appointed 3 of the 6 conservatives on the court.
I guess from the gallery that there are protesters now on the Senate floor. Protesters on the floor of the United States Senate. These are pictures that are not being sent out by the.
You have no proof. Prove it. I got an email address. All you got to do is either hit me up at @KeckJacob, or you can hit me up on my email address, bigranchshow@gmail.com. And guess what? You can send your proof. She could be. I'm not one that supports Nancy Pelosi. I don't like Nancy Pelosi. I never have. She's not far enough for me. She bows to the Republican Party far too often. So you can call her a Satanist if you want. I really don't care. What I'm worried about is what's going on right now. At this exact moment in time, I'm sitting here watching thousands of people trying to breach the entrance to our U.S. Capitol. Thousands of people. And I don't see anything stopping them at the moment. The National Guard the orders have been sent for the National Guard to show up. So we'll see what happens when they show up. And I don't really care what you think one way or the other. If you think Donald Trump won the election, that's on you. You have no facts to prove that. But the fact is, what's going on now is wrong. I don't care who won the election. All I know is in 2016, you didn't see liberals storming the U.S. Capitol building during the Electoral College vote. The states have spoken. Every single state that they have challenged, the secretaries of state have said that they're wrong, that there is no proof. Even the Republican-run states. Georgia, for example, just over the weekend, Donald Trump tried to threaten him, the Secretary of State and the governor of Georgia, if they didn't find 11,000 votes. And what he meant by find was manufacture and create. And then this morning, what did Donald Trump do? What did Donald Trump do this morning? He stood out there right in front of all these people, got them all riled up. He left town, went back to the White House anyway, and they attacked the Capitol building, basically at his behest. Yeah, I really don't understand this Marine person. They seem to, this person seems to have definitely drank the Kool-Aid there from Donald Trump and his lies, because there is no proof, people. Now, it's kind of sad that I've only had a few people get in here. But as of right now, as we're looking, somebody did at one point breach the floor of the what looks like the Senate building, and they actually stood there at the podium.
That's why
Um, It's insane what you're seeing happening in our country right now. We're supposed to be, the beacon on the hill. We're supposed to be
on the same level
the penultimate
and the House chamber for that matter.
country when it comes to democracy and being a democratic republic.
On the East Front, and Claire McCaskill was.
Yeah, I found that funny too. That
We're at the foot of those
I always find it funny when you go live, the people that actually show up in your feed sometimes. But I really don't understand, and I guess this video will end up on the channel. Anyways, when there's more information, I will bring it in another live video or another video. Either way you go. Thank you for watching.
About historic glass, about the statuary, about all of the other aspects of our history.
Yeah, right now,
in that building.
what's going on right now, apparently, it's just people. There was a rally this morning, and then Donald Trump decided he was going to try to basically incite a riot with the people there, and then he left, and then they tried to storm the Capitol building. Right now, there's been no injuries, anything like that.
Ted Cruz tweets this: "Those storming the Capitol need to stop now."
And now they're even on MSNBC. They're reporting a tweet from Ted Cruz.
And those engaged in violence are putting the cause they say they support. Jim Jordan says stop the violence.
I don't know when, YouTube, they're so slow at getting out releases. Ted Cruz has now sent out a tweet saying that the people storming the building need to stop. Isn't it a little late for that? But anyhow, when I get more information, I will bring it to you here on the Big Ranch Show. Please check out the channel later, and I will talk. No, he won't be the president. It's Joe Biden won, and there's really nothing about that can change. Even the challenges, Ted Cruz has admitted the challenges won't net anything when it comes to whether or not Joe Biden's president. Joe Biden will be the president. But anyhow, I will talk to y'all later, and have a good day. And I will be back in just a little while with some more information.
Being escorted out of the Senate chamber, that had to be a simultaneous action on the House side to take this